Hey guys, it's Nick with Life from Nick and Hayley. I thought I would just spend this time making a quick video in the car because it's a pretty efficient use of time for me. But I just briefly wanted to reflect on my day today, and gotta be honest, it's one of those tricky ones. Being a school teacher, I spend about 90% of my day with children, and the kids I had today were in grade 1 and 2. So we're sort of talking about 6 and 7-year-old kids, and some of these kids were very difficult to control today, and I'm finding that's I suppose, I don't know, I guess it can be a trend if you're in a particular area. And I gotta say, it's I don't know, I've been teaching for like 5 or 6 years, and as a relief teacher, and the area that I teach in doesn't really seem to be changing much, or at least not particularly changing for the better. And it's not the kids' fault, it's the environment that they're in, and it's really tricky. I think people are working longer hours, families aren't staying together as long as they used to, or people aren't getting into relationships maybe for the right reasons, then having children, and that relationship and family breaks down, and the kids are the ones that feel it the most. Some kids take to the school environment really well, if only to treat it as a relief from their home life, which is a really, really sad thing. While others, they're not getting attention in their family or at home, and as a result are acting out in class, and they're not learning anything, and the kids around them are really struggling too. So, but yeah, this is life, I guess. Who wants to hear a whinger though, right? No one. But it's life, and if you're having a tough day, I get it. These days happen. It doesn't matter what field you work in, whether you're a police officer or you work in administration or healthcare or whatever. We all have tough days, and I think the thing that that matters most to me is the well-being of these children, and it's just super heartbreaking to think that I'm only there for a short period of time, and yeah, there's not a great deal of influence that I have, but I figure the time they have with me is going to be pretty quality time, so I give it everything I have with these guys. They're good kids. I don't think I've met a kid yet that I think's a bad kid. It's not the children, it's a behaviour, and they're only trying to I guess try to find a path of least resistance, and if they're trying to find attention, seeking ways to gain attention, if they're not getting it at home, what do? They do it at school, and whether it's acting like the class clown or becoming violent or disruptive, these are the things these kids do. Anyway, I've seen a lot of videos lately, whether it's been on Behind the News, which is an Australian ABC based television production that they used to have on TV, and they have it on the internet now. They probably still have it on television as well, but I'm not sure. Lots of celebrations and recognition for the 50th anniversary of the lunar landing, which I think is really exciting. And today I thought I would bring some of that into the classroom, and I had a visit from one of the assistant principals, just seeing how my day was going, because I think the class that I was on, it's probably one of the toughest classes in the school, and they've just had their permanent teacher leave, and their replacement teacher was only there for one day yesterday. She had a really tough day yesterday, and yeah, and now a relief teacher come in while she was on the training day. So, oh gosh, this Beamer is absolutely flying. Check out this guy. Too fast. I shouldn't even be. I shouldn't be using my phone while I'm driving, but oops. As you can probably tell, I'm not really looking at the camera much. I'm focusing on the road, so I can see out of the corner of my eyes that my face is in shot, and that's all that really matters. Occasionally I'll glance across and catch your eye. Yeah, so the assistant principal came in. We had a bit of a chat. You could see, everything was operating within tolerable limits, is one way to put it. And yeah, our final hour of the day, we were doing a craft lesson, which really complemented our science lesson through the day. We did a little bit of writing, and we talked about the importance of the lunar missions, and we even watched one of my favourite YouTubers. It was just sad that I couldn't have it on for longer, and I had technology dramas. The computer wasn't working. I mean, it's typical New South Wales education. Half the stuff in the school doesn't work, and we're short on supplies and short on teachers and short on resources, and all the rest of that fun stuff. So I had to use my phone, and the kids were trying to watch this tiny little video of Destin from Smarter Every Day when he visited the lab where they keep all the moon rocks, and I thought that was so fascinating when I watched it at home that I wanted to share some of it with the kids. Most of them were engaged. It was just really frustrating that I had to show them on such a tiny screen, and the volume on the speakers is really pathetic on the phone, so it was really tough. Anyway, our craft, we tried to make these lunar landers, and I really could have done with an extra half an hour. Oh man, we had kids off track. I had kids running around out in the corridors. I mean, like I said, I'm talking 7-year-old kids, 6 and 7-year-old kids, jumping on roller chairs and sliding up and down the corridors. It was bedlam. But I've kept my sanity, and that's what you got to do each day. So the lunar landers were, well, one of them turned out really well. We used half paper plates, and we folded them up, and then we covered them in aluminium foil, which was really cool, to give them that like that metallic look. And then we used, I gave the kids an option to use straws or cotton tips, or what's the other option? I gave them the option to use ice cream sticks, paddle pop sticks, for the legs of the lander. And most of them didn't even get to that stage. There was, just with what I had left over on the desk for the teacher tomorrow, I just looked like a pile of scrap. So these kids had a good go. Like, it was, I got some good photos of them, during their learning process, which is obviously evidence for their learning. But the finished product, the work sample itself, most of it looked like, half finished rubbish, really. They tried, but all that growth is through the effort that they put into trying to solve the problem and work out how to make their folds, and how they were going to stick everything together and attach the alfoil, and what do you do when alfoil rips, and yeah, just lots of problem solving, which I think is just absolutely important in child development, for all their brain growth and just making all those connections. But yeah, we've been going for almost 10 minutes. What a video, what an update. So I hope everyone is having an awesome afternoon. I'm almost home. I think this clip is going to have minimal editing. Hopefully I don't have to do too much with the noise. My little car is pretty quiet when we're going slow. I'm just pulling up to a set of traffic lights now. But when we're on the freeway, these little tires, they get noisy. and to top it off, the body of the car is not exactly super aerodynamic. Even though it's got skinny tyres, it's not like the most energy efficient vehicle, so it's pretty noisy. But yeah, we're just sitting at the lights now, chilling out, having a good time. I'm currently working at the moment to get the Melbourne video put together. It's taking a little while, there's just so much going on. I've written like 4 articles and I put another video up last night, so lots going on. Like I said, I hope everyone's doing really well, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.